Hello. My music's too loud. Hold on. Why are we so loud? Oh my god. I feel like I haven't streamed in months. It's been like a couple days. I need to relax. Welcome in. I don't think my chat- is my chat working? Everything's working? Okay. Cool. Today is chill. We're chilling. I've been working on this drawing for like, what, 2 days? it's been like 2 or 3 days. I've been cooking and I've been locked in, but then the moment that I had to start rendering, I was like, actually, I don't want to do all of that. So here we are. I was trying to render the other day and I was not having it. I deleted it. So I don't know. I thought maybe streaming it will help motivate me, but maybe it was also just me working on this thing nonstop for 2 or 3 days straight. Who knows? But today is chill. I don't know how long I'll be streaming for. Oh my goodness. I have like so many things open and it's blocking my chat. Hold on. I need to see. So I made like, is this gonna show on stream? Oh my god, it's not showing. Hold on. There we go. I blocked out my colors. That's all I did yesterday. This took like, I don't know why, coloring took an entire day. Like multiple hours of me just coloring, and it's pissing me off. Like genuinely. Cause I don't know if I said it in my last drawing stream, but I do have to color by, I do have to color by hand, which is stupid. It's my own fault. Cause I use this super like textured, let me zoom in, the super like textured brush. So if I try to use the fill bucket, it's not gonna look good. But like, it takes forever. It takes so long. So I blocked out colors. That's all I got to. And then I deleted it. We'll try. Yeah, like I started on it. Oh, I deleted some of it. I deleted my first draft over it. And then I got sick of it. But now I'm looking at it. It's not like awful. Hold on. I'm missing things. I mean, it's not awful. I don't like the hair rendering though. Okay. Let's figure this out, shall we? Yeah, I was in the mood to do some Hololive fan art because I watched why is my tablet so far from my desk? I watched Narissa's recent stream with her brother, and I thought that was so silly. Something about siblings. That sounds weird. I need context. Cause I'm a writer. I am a writer. And I'm also an only child. So my only reference for how to write siblings is by watching other siblings interact with each other. And the people closest to me that have siblings, my cousins, they hate each other. But I know for a fact that not all siblings hate each other. So I like watching Narissa's streams with her siblings because they're all pretty chill. They banter a lot, but it's never out of malice. Cause I remember in like in middle school I had these two friends. I don't know if I've told the story before. I feel like I have. But in middle school, I had these two friends who had younger brothers. So we were in like, what grade was that? I want to say like grade 8 or 9. Not 9. Grade 7 or 8, something like that. And I had these two friends who had little brothers. Maybe it's just because they were brothers and these two were girls. But they hated their brothers. Those two were in like elementary school, but like almost in middle school. Hated them. Oh my god. Like, I think I literally watched one of them threaten to hurt her brother. I was like, girl, chill. It's not that serious. I don't even know what it was about. But like those were the only two people I could think of, or like I knew I was close with in school at the time, that had like siblings, where I would see them interacting with each other. It was just hate and malice. So much, so they hated each other. I couldn't understand why. And then I think I had a friend in high school who was the same with his brother. Hated that kid, but I mean, to be fair, I went to his house for his birthday once. His brother is a little annoying. I mean, I think he was a little more well behaved because there's guests, but even then, he was a little weird. But like, I don't have siblings, so I don't really get it. I grew up with my cousins, and even then, like, I'm not, what is with this brush? I wasn't like, we used to live in the same house, me and my cousins. I don't even know why. It wasn't for that long. We were all living in this like giant house that I don't think was ours. It might have been just like one of my uncles or something. But then we were all of us were pretty young at the time, so I don't remember. I think it helped us be a little closer, but like not by a lot. What is happening with my brush? What happened to my pressure sensitivity? Am I crazy? I think it's just me. Okay. Yeah, my pressure sensitivity is all weird. Hold on. Yeah, but I've noticed specifically when it comes to siblings that it's really, a lot of times it's always between brother and sister. But then like I knew these like I was friends with these twins in high school, and they were more akin to like the I guess like the banter I'd see in like TV shows, like Phineas and Ferb. Like those two in high school were more akin to like that kind of, they were, it was a good healthy normal relationship where no one is going at each other's throats. And I think that was like, I met them in like my freshman year of high school, so that was like the first time I think I had been like friends with siblings who don't hate each other, which is crazy to me. But then like I said, those two in middle school, just full of spite for their little brothers. But I'm an only child, and I don't think I would change that, to be honest. I get sometimes people will ask me when they find out that like, oh, you're an only child, that's crazy. And they'll be like, would you ever want a sibling? And I'm just like, I don't think so. I don't think I would ever want a sibling, because like some people will say that like that being an only child is kind of lonely, which I get it. I totally get it. Because I think when it comes to family, there are certain things that you can tell your friends that you can't tell your parents, and then there are certain things that you can tell your parents but you can't tell your friends. And siblings are kind of like in between of that. Like there are things that you tell your siblings that you don't tell like literally anybody else. For not all the time, obviously, but generally. And I think I missed out on that, having like a sibling to talk to when I couldn't talk to my parents or my friends. But like I don't think I would ever. I don't want siblings. I don't think it sounds all that cool. Cause like I am the most. I'm not just an introvert. I am like antisocial introvert. So I don't know. I don't know if my sibling will be able to not understand, if they'll be able to tell without reading my mind if I'm not in the mood to talk. Cause I am like, those those memes of like of like a girlfriend who gets mad because you can't read her mind. I'm like that. I can't help it. I really can't. It's habit. I try not to be like that, but I can't help it. Sometimes I just don't want to talk, but I'm not gonna say anything about it. And then when someone tries to talk to me, I'm gonna get pissed for no reason. I was like that in middle school a lot. Cause like I don't like talking to people. I used to be such a bully in middle school. It's not even funny. I was so mean in middle school, and I don't even know why. Like there was, what was it? There was like a girl who wanted to, I think she wanted to group with me for like PE or something. And like, I told her off. I don't even know why. I had no reason to. And like, sometimes I think about it and I'm just like, wow, why was I so mean when I was younger? I don't know. I try to be nicer. I like to think I grew up a little bit. That was in middle school. But sometimes I just think about it. I'm just like, what was wrong with me? What was I doing? So weird. Who raised me like that? Not my parents. I think I went on for like... oh my god, I got in trouble for pushing a kid, like, off a bench. And he, like, he didn't, like, break anything, but he, like, scraped his arm, and I got in trouble. And I wasn't even sorry for it, which is appalling to me now. Now that I'm smarter, now that I have, like, a conscience or something. I think, like, people say, maybe I hear it a lot with my generation, that, like, younger generation, that, like, kids are mean. And then people will try to argue and say that, like, it's not the kids, it's the people who raise the kids, and I agree with that, but I also think that kids are just kind of mean for, like, no reason. Like, so I feel like more than the previous generation are just mean for no reason. Especially middle schoolers. Middle schoolers are so mean. And it's not even me just saying that because I was a little mean. Like, I've seen kids who are worse than me. They're so rude. They're so mean for no reason. And then we grow up and we're like, wow, I was really stupid when I was younger. Like, well, most of the time at least, hopefully, they grow up and they're like, wow, I was really stupid as a kid. I should stop that. But then, like, it's still there sometimes in the back of your head. Most of you are just trying to be cool and fit in. I mean, I get it. I understand. But, like, when did we, not we, but, like, when did people collectively decide that being mean is being cool? It's so weird. It doesn't make sense. It's strange. I'm already struggling. I barely started stream and I'm already struggling. I'm so picky. I'm the pickiest artist in the entire world. I can't help it. I mean, to be fair, this is hard. Afraid of judgment. I get it. That's so fair. But I think, I don't know. If I could go back in time and tell off my younger self, I would be like, dude, shut up. Stop talking. Just keep, at the very least, if you're not gonna say anything nice, keep your head down. My god. I would be, if I ever met my younger self, I would be telling her off so much. I'd be like, dude, you need to stop this, and this, and not even just like not even in a, you're gonna be judged for that. It's more, it literally, like, you're gonna get in trouble for that, so stop. I don't like that. What the hell? It's been like a couple months. No, that's a lie. It's been like a little over a month since I got this key dial for my drawing tablet, and I'm still not used to it. How do I do this? Pissing me off. I've been saving a lot of like other drawings that I see more often. I usually don't like I'll bookmark stuff, but then like actually saving the image, I usually don't like doing that. But I've been saving a lot more drawings recently because I want to change my art style a little bit, not like drastically, but I want to give it a little bit more what do you call it? Oh my goodness, words. A little more pizzazz, a little more, just a little more. Cause I know my rendering is pretty, not like it's iconic to me. I don't think I really see people render, at least like hair and stuff, the way I do. But like the biggest difference I've tried doing with this drawing is like the faces. I usually don't draw super anime eyes. And I won't say these are like super anime either. But like I do those really simple basic eyes. That's just like, that's not right. Where is my brush gone? What happened? What's going on? There we go. Like the eyes I do are literally just like that. And then sometimes I'll have that little thing, the extra little eyelash thing on the side. And then that's it. I don't go crazy with it. But I need to do something new. I haven't done anything new with my art in like a hot minute. And I need more pizzazz in my life. That's all. And if I don't like it, then whatever. I'll draw something else. I think that's the nice thing about drawing to me. I don't like I feel like there are certain things that I'm like really picky about with my drawing. And then there are other things where I'm just like, I literally do not care. It makes me happy and I'll do it. Start drawing Oshinoko eyes. Oh my god. I could never. I think that's like the one thing I didn't like Oshinoko. I don't think most people did. But I think the one thing that I did enjoy was the character designs. Because they are pretty. I can't lie. They're so pretty. And it's a little bit of wasted potential. But I feel like a lot of modern anime are like that nowadays. I keep seeing stuff about that like newest Rent a Girlfriend chapter. I don't read that. I've never read it in my life. I've never seen. There's like an anime to it too, right? Like I've never seen that if there is an anime to it. But like that's crazy. That's hilarious even. That random leak has 3 seasons. Jesus Christ. I don't plan on watching it. I don't think I want to. It's not my style. I'm always here for Yuri. Oh my god, wait, speaking of Yuri, There's No Freaking Way I'll Be Your Lover is releasing in July. I'm hyped. I'm so excited. I might do a watch along, honestly. But cuz I don't have I don't pay. I don't pay for any streaming service that's specifically anime. And a lot of times with like what do you call it? With like say like Netflix or Hulu or whatever, like the anime that show up on those streaming services are kind of like I don't know if cherry picked is the right word, because I feel like sometimes they have like the most random anime on there just for the sake of having it there. But like generally, when it comes to Netflix and Hulu and like other streaming services, it's pretty yeah, it's like the popular ones that are put on there. Um, the panel is going around that's going around is chapter 380 where she rejects the MC. Yeah, I think it's funny. I think it's funny that she rejects him. That's just me. That's just me being a Yuri fan. I can't help it. But yeah, I would love to do a watch along of There's No Freaking Way I'll Be Your Lover. I don't know, what is I forgot the shorthand. There's no freaking way. What is like you know how Watanare there? Oh my god. Jesus. Like how there's like Wataoshi. Oh my god, a monster wants to eat me too. Ugh. I need it. I'm afraid for that one actually. Cause like for the story is so, how do I explain? Like I feel like it's so easy to misinterpret in a way. That's just me not gaslighting. That's just me gatekeeping, honestly. I'm a little bit of a gatekeeper. Sometimes I feel like certain manga don't need an anime adaptation because I'm afraid the wrong audience will see it. But I feel like with A Monster Wants to Eat Me, there's so much symbolism and subtext that could so easily be missed. And I'm a little bit afraid. Cause like what if people misinterpret it? And then it gets weird. Like those are my girls. I'm so afraid. I'll gatekeep. But it's already being made, so whatever. I'll watch that too. I want to see it. I'm not really I'm not super into the what's the word for that? I guess like the production scene. Like I know people, like some people will literally drop an anime if they find out that it's been made by a certain company, and I don't really get that. But I think I can only say that because I'm not really up to date on any drama. I mean, I guess like there was whatever the heck was happening with the Sasakoi anime. I don't know what's happening with there. I didn't watch it because I was a little lazy, and I think I think when that came out, I was reading a different manga, so I was like, oh, I'll just watch it later, and then I kind of forgot about it. One second, water. Oh, Jesus Christ. I almost spilled water on my keyboard. Let's not do that. But like I saw drama about whatever the heck was happening with the Sasakoi anime, and I was just like, oh, that's awful for the Yuri community. Cause that is like, Sasakoi is kind of peak. It's kind of iconic. I don't know what like the super big Yuri manga are. I mean, there's Green Yuri. Everyone knows Green Yuri. But then like other than like that and like I'm blanking. Oh my god, I'm blanking. Wataoshi. Jesus Christ. Wataoshi is kind of is mostly well known, I feel like. I don't think it didn't do that bad. But I don't know, did they ever say they're gonna get renewed? I don't think so. I don't think they will, frankly. But like that one is also pretty iconic. But then like there's so many others that are kind of just hidden. I don't know how to render this. We're gonna move on. But there's so many good ones that are just untouched, and it's so sad. I feel like there's always a love bullet. Like there's always a Yuri manga that is being threatened to end early, and it's just devastating because no one's reading it. But If I feel like if Love Bullet can be saved by the overseas fans, then any manga can be saved. Ooh, I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day is also peak. For once, I feel like I'm really excited about the action in that anime. I'm not usually like a big action person, anime or not. But like there's such a big emphasis on like fighting and freaking war in I Want to Love You. So like I feel like that just they have to do it right. What is I don't even know the shorthand for that one either. Is there a shorthand for this one? I think I call it like Koyoshitai, which is literally just like the last couple words of the title. But I don't remember if there's like an actual what is that called? Like a shorthand for it? Oh my god, but then Sheena is being voiced by Takahashi Rie. Oh my god. My queen. Peak casting. I'm so excited for that. There's so many good Yuri manga being adapted recently, which is great. Perfect time to get more people into Yuri. And I know there are people who prefer manga, not manga. Well, yeah, there are people who prefer manga over anime and vice versa, which I feel like is weird. I want to say is weird to me, but like I'm part of the problem. I don't really watch anime. Why is this not showing? I guess it's just dark. But I don't really watch anime, which is unfortunate, I feel. Because sometimes there are good anime. I know that for a fact. And I know there are good anime that I don't give a chance because I'm just like I'm not in the mood. I think it's just because I read fast. So like I can get through a manga pretty quickly, especially or like a manga or a novel. I can get through those pretty quickly. But then like an anime takes longer. And sometimes I'm impatient. I really shouldn't be. But then also I don't wanna watch anime at like 2x speed like it's a YouTube video or something. That just feels wrong almost. Symphogear? I've not heard of that. YouTube shorts movies? Oh my god. I get so many, what do you call it? Like, movie clips through YouTube shorts, which I'm pretty sure is like not allowed. Before I actually watched Legally Blonde, which is a classic and is available mostly like in most places ever. Most of my knowledge of the Legally Blonde movie was YouTube shorts, which I feel like is a little diabolical and it feels a little wrong almost. But I did eventually watch the full movie. Actually, I watched it after, so I made my mom sit through the Legally Blonde musical. I freaking love that musical so much. I think my top 3 musicals might be Waitress, Legally Blonde, and Natasha Pierre and The Great Comet of 1812. Which, that last one is incredibly boring. But I've been told that The Great Comet is like one of the most boring musicals ever. And it kind of is, but I'm in love with it. Because, it's called, or the type of musical that the Great Comet is is a sung-through musical. So I'm pretty sure there's only like one line of dialogue that is actually spoken instead of sung. But like you can literally just listen to the soundtrack and you're good to go. You have the plot, which I love. Yeah, I'd love to do watch-alongs. I think that'd be fun. I just have to figure out how I'm gonna watch it. Cause most likely I remember what was I feel like I'm gonna get I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble for talking about this. What was that one pirating site? What was it? Like 9anime or something? 9anime dot to something. That got like sniped for pirating. I was so sad. I shouldn't be. Like, it's literally pirating, but I don't have money. Is it still up? I feel like it went down for like a long time. I think I was in the middle of watching what was I watching? I was watching that VTuber Yuri when 9anime went down, so I still haven't watched the last episode. That VTuber Yuri with what's her name? Ayano Sakura? Oh my god. Peak! I would rewatch that. I could rewatch that for a what do you call it? For a watch along. I don't know how to I don't know how to render these sleeves. Cause like Narissa's model is so goddamn complicated. Okay, maybe I'll just stick to rendering the hair and then we'll figure it out later. Problem currently is that the shows are spread to so many different streaming sites. You have to spend a lot legally to watch it all, right? It's expensive. How much is Crunchyroll right now? Cause I think I used to leech off of my friend's Crunchyroll subscription before he had to stop his subscription. I know Crunchyroll doesn't have everything, but $12 a month? I mean, it's not bad. That's not the worst I've heard. It's not the cheapest, but it's also not the worst. Well, I don't have money, so I'm broke. Yeah, like the only anime I've like legit watched like legally was like freaking Attack on Titan, I think, because it was on Hulu. But then I didn't even watch all of it. Because I got bored. I got a little bored of it. But then, like, I watched, like, Yuri and stuff. Every Yuri anime I've watched, it's always pirated. Because no one wants to give Yuri a chance. It's so sad. It was, oh my god, Violet Evergarden. I did watch that legally too, actually. Now I remember. But then I didn't watch the movie legally. There was 2 Yuri anime, like anime only. It was the VTuber one and what is the name of the jellyfish one? Jellyfish Can't Swim at Night. Peak. Oh my god, I missed that. Absolutely insane to me that it's just like a 1-season thing. I'm so glad that I didn't skip out on those 2 just because they were anime. Because if I did, I think I'd be devastated. Yeah, I wish I could just like it. I think it's really just like a one-off thing. It was a what do you call it? It's to celebrate the animation studio's anniversary. So they kind of, I think it was really just like a one-off thing, which is so sad. And I know there are some stories that are like, they're better off as just one season and that's it. Like there's no reason to drag it on for any longer. But like, Jellyfish Can't Swim at Night was so beautiful, and I wish it went on a little longer. I did not watch Wonder Egg Priority. I had a friend who was like really obsessed with it, and I watched her downfall. I watched her be absolutely destroyed by it, and I got kind of scared. So I was like, I don't think I want to. I don't think I want to watch it. Like I don't think she got like totally depressed about it, but she was going through it, and I was like, I don't think I have the capacity. I don't know if I'll ever watch it. Maybe I could, but I'm a little scared of it. And I heard there's like issues, or like some issues came up with like the story or whatever near the end. And I'm just like, I'm okay. I don't know how to render hair. My god. I'm struggling. I'm struggling so hard. I don't know what it is with this drawing in particular. Usually when it comes to rendering hair, like, sometimes I can get it done so quickly. Like, the other drawing I made that I posted on Twitter and Blue Sky with Hollow Justice and Advent, I got that done so fast. And then I don't know what's happening here, but I'm dying. I am thoroughly and wholly suffering. But we'll power through. Usually rendering, like, it takes me like a full day of just like completely being locked in. But then usually that's enough. Anything planned for Justice's 1 year anniversary? I'm not sure. I feel like I should, because that's my Oshi gen. Gigi is my Kami-Oshi, but also I have no ideas. I don't usually do, like, I know people will literally plan in advance for like birthday or anniversary, things like that. Not even just for like Hololive or whatever, but like freaking Arknight's birthdays, where people will plan in advance for like birthdays and events. And I have a lot of respect for those artists, but I simply cannot. I simply can't. Cause like, I'm the type of artist that just draws when I have the motivation to. When I just have an idea. Regardless of whether it's good timing or not. But yeah, it's crazy. It's been a year. I've been a Hololive fan for a little less than a year now. I'm a very new fan. I don't know if I talked about it a lot. I don't usually talk about Hololive on stream, which is crazy. So I realize it's a little crazy because I'm literally a Hololive fan artist. That's how I started. But like, I don't know. Yeah, I know you've been a fan for a good while, Sim. I don't know. I feel like I think we talked about it before, not on stream, but like, okay, you don't have to phrase it like that. I'm not that much older than you. But like we talked about how, like, I feel like it's harder to be an older fan because of all the stuff that had happened recently. But that's life. Life gets to you. Even when you have a pretty cool job. Or what seems like it would be a cool job. Jesus Christ. How do I get the shading on this stupid strand? Anyways. I feel like I've heard a lot of people say that their first intro to Hollow was the As Your Lane collab from however many years ago that was, which is so funny to me. That's I feel like of all the collabs, As Your Lane is not the one that I would think of, but I feel like I hear so many people talk about how that was like their first introduction, and I'm just like, that's insane. But I think I just say that because I'm not a big fan of As Your Lane. I'm being such a perfectionist right now, but I can't help it. 2022! Oh my god. I want them to do another Arknights collab. Arknights or Bandari again. Because I wasn't there for the Bandari collab. And I wish I was. Is that fine? That's fine. I feel like this is like, I feel like streaming my art process is making me realize how jumpy I am. Like I just go from one spot to another. And I feel like in a time I forgot to record and time-lapse this drawing. That's part of why I'm streaming it. But if I had time-lapsed it properly, I'd be jumping around so much. Yeah, the As Your Lane designs, I feel like are, I don't know. I don't know. Neutral. Let's say neutral. I check my other. Well, the Clip Studio time lapse is not the same as like a manually recorded time lapse, because Clip Studio isn't really recording you per se. It's just It's kind of just like logging, I guess, every time you put your pen on the canvas, and then it just kind of replays it. Yeah, it's just recording the canvas, but it's not gonna record me zooming out in and out like that, and it's not gonna record me sitting still on my phone for like 30 minutes either. So time lapses like that, not just Clip Studio, but also like Procreate and maybe other art programs, but I'm not sure. They usually just record the canvas, and that's it, and like the brush strokes. So it's kind of hard to tell how long drawings like this take. That's usually why I like to record them, not just to like post or whatever, but I just like to see how long it takes me in total, because usually I have to spread it out across. I have to spread out my drawings across like a couple days. Like for this one, I did the sketch. Where's it? Oh my god, these layers are not organized. Don't merge them. Nope, don't do that. Oh my god. Let me see. Like I did the sketch in a day, and then next day I did line art draft 1, and then the next day after that was when I did the line art, and then a day after that was flat colors with none of this stuff, and then finally today is me doing rendering. Why is this still here? Go away. So I take my time. I take my sweet time with these drawings, because the more I try to force myself, the worse it gets. The worse the drawing gets. And I'm a perfectionist. And if my drawing is bad, I'm gonna be sad. You know, brainstorming for this was really fun. trying to figure out what weapons they would have. So to the rest of my viewers, I was talking to Sim, and I was asking for help because I had this idea for this drawing where I would draw all of the Ravencrofts, but I was like, I wanted to be cool. I wanted to be like action. I want to practice, and I also want to practice dynamic poses a little bit. Not anything like crazy. So I asked Sim for help to figure out what weapons they would have, since Nerissa has her like staff / mic. And then I know Malphus on stream talked about how he literally made a sword. It's not the sword that I drew here. I just drew like a standard, what do you call it? Just like a standard, like freaking Minecraft sword type of thing. Cause I saw like a pose that was like a two-handed sword. That was like a little bit like braced to the side, or like held to the side in this kind of pose, and I thought that was really cool. But the sword that Malphus said that he made, like the real Roman sword that he made, is a one-handed sword. But I think claymores, claymores are pretty cool. He doesn't have a claymore, but I like two-handed swords because in terms of like drawing and like design, I feel like posing them is more fun. Yeah, I don't know what kind of sword he said. It was I just know it was a one-handed sword, and it's like of a Roman design. But I didn't check it until after I already made this drawing. I just knew that he said he made a sword. And then we were trying to figure out what weapons Aradia would have. And that's where we were struggling. She's not a fighter. She's too diva. She's far too diva for that. But I don't want to leave her empty-handed. Not in this situation. That's fine. I think drawing the feathers was the most fun for me, because I remember, okay, I had an OC that had like wings. Pretty original, I know, but I had this OC that had wings, and I got so into researching it and trying to figure out how to draw wings. So I literally looked up like bird wing anatomy. as artists do. I feel like that's so, like, saying it out loud, it sounds weird to me, but then at the same time, like, I know there are so many artists who go crazy into anatomy of things that they do not need to know about, frankly. for one drawing. But I had a OC that had wings, so naturally I wanted to get them right. I don't remember what bird it was that I based them off specifically. I just know it was like a fast bird. One that flies pretty fast. But somehow that muscle memory has retained to some extent. I'm not gonna say that any of these wings are super accurate, but like there's layers to it. And I guess I just got so used to drawing that OC that I just remembered those layers, which is so funny to me. I do an unnecessary amount of research for OCs, or at least I try to, because I don't really do, like, I don't mean like what is that called, medieval and fantasy. I don't really do those kinds of characters because that's too much for my little brain. I pretty much stick to contemporary, but even then I try to make sure that I know to some extent what I'm talking about. I try. I really try. I went on like this whole spree of trying to understand what are called, like black hairstyles and curls, which is, I feel like it's weird to me because I have curly hair. Or at least, at the very least, I used to have like really curly hair. It straightened out over time, so now it's more like wavy. But I used to have super curly hair. But I went on a rabbit hole of trying to figure out like locks, braids, froze, all that jazz. I don't have a full grasp on it yet, because I have fallen into that artist thing of only drawing anime and like people with straight hair, that I feel like I still need to work on drawing curly hair that looks natural in my style but still looks curly. So we're working on it. We're trying. But I do try to do my research. Can't imagine me with curly hair. It was weird because neither of my parents have curly hair, or at least not as their hair. The most that my dad's hair will be is like wavy, and my mom's hair is pretty much always straight. So like I remember when I was like younger, this was literally in like elementary through middle school. When I was younger, my parents were like, why is your hair so curly? And I was just like, I don't freaking know. And then we cut my hair like short, so like a bob almost. And then when it grew back, it just became wavy, and that like those curls just went away completely. And I don't know what happened. But I kind of prefer it wavy over curly, because curly hair is pretty hard to maintain. And then not only that, but like it's just, my hair was also really poofy, so it just got in a way. But then if you don't style it right, it kind of just looks weird. And then there were sometimes that my hair, like one side, I literally based one of my characters off of this, but one side would be like almost straight, or like just a little bit wavy, and then the other side would be like super curly. And I'm just like, dude, how do I work with this? But that's part of why I used to always wear my hair either in a ponytail or a bun when it was longer. But now I keep it mostly short, and it's much better. It's much easier to deal with. Once again, as per usual, I'm very congested. I don't know why. I feel like I'm more congested right now, but I think that's because I ate. I was gonna stream an hour earlier, at the same time as my other drawing streams, or at least one of my other drawing streams, at like 1 p.m. in my time. But then my dad made food. He made me and my mom avocado toast, and it was banging. It was so good. But I think because of that, I'm just super congested now for no reason. I have a very weird thing with my my throat. Driving home and still lurking. Don't get in an accident. I cannot drive and listen to things at the same time. I get so distracted. I'm not a good driver. I'm not a good driver in the slightest. So as much as possible, I have to like stop myself from putting on music. But yeah, I have a weird thing with my throat, and I don't know what it is. Cause I don't know. Have I mentioned it yet? I don't know. I don't think I did. I really want to do a karaoke stream, and the only reason I haven't done so yet is because I have no way of controlling whether my throat will sound good or not. Because like sometimes it can be so bad that I'm literally like in the middle of a song and I start coughing. because it's like blocking my airways. But I would love more than anything to do a karaoke stream. I love karaoke. I love singing. I have a project I'm working on right now. It is nowhere near done, but I think it'll be cool once I finish it. But I like singing a lot. I have a terrible habit of singing until my throat starts to hurt. I think it's mostly because I like musicals. And of course musicals are like what, an hour and a half or 2 hours long? Like not even just the musical itself. Like I know there are musicals where just the soundtrack is already like a couple hours. Well, 2 hours I wouldn't say is a couple hours, but it's pretty long to just be singing. And the only reason it's gonna be that long is because it's like multiple people. It's not made for a single person to be singing the entire soundtrack in one sitting. But I do that a lot, and I really shouldn't. I'm not a theater kid, technically. For me to be a theater kid, I'd have to have actually done theater, but I've never done that because I can't act. I can't act for the life of me. I can sing, okay, and it is a blessing and a curse. But a karaoke stream is definitely on my list of things I want to do on stream. There's a lot of things I would love to do on stream. It's just a matter of whether I have the motivation to do so. Like part of the reason I haven't streamed this week, well, I mean, when was my Pacific Drive stream? It wasn't that long ago. 4 days ago. Okay, never mind. But I haven't been streaming recently because if I am not streaming, it's because I'm drawing. It's because I'm so locked in on a drawing that I either don't feel like streaming or like I had a commission that I didn't want to stream because it's a commission. But like when I am locked in, sometimes I forget that I have a YouTube channel. My bad. I can't help it. I'm locked in. And I have no reason really to not do drawing streams. But then also, as we've seen, these streams go on for a while. And I'm talking for a while. And we've seen what happens when I am talking for a while. I start to lose my voice until it starts cracking. Non-stop. So, everything in moderation. But I am planning on starting Final Fantasy and the next Reverse chapter. I don't know when yet. Because I don't freaking know when the Wuthering Waves update is actually live. Is it in maintenance right now? Wuthering Waves update or 2.4. Is it June 12 my time? I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's live. So I am gonna do the new Wuthering Waves update eventually at my usual time. But I don't have the energy to think about a schedule. I can't stream consistently. I think that's the only reason I wouldn't be like a full-time streamer, let alone an agency streamer, just because I'm not consistent enough. Because I don't have the willpower. I pressed the button. Why am I holding my controller? Why is my dude holding my controller? What's happening? Oh my god, it's not letting me change it. Hello? Oh my god. We're bugging. It's bugging. Wait, why can't I... I broke it. Okay, maybe I'm just gonna maybe here. Let's just lower my head a little bit. Pretend the controller's not there. You know. There we go. Yep. Ayame barely streams too. I mean, I don't know, cause like I know that like in EN, Elizabeth does not stream too often. Like not as often as like freaking Advent. Like Narissa streaming almost like four or five times a week, which is crazy. I can't do that. That's crazy to me. But I don't know. I feel like even if you don't stream often in those kinds of agencies, they're still like you're still expected to stream. I know first and foremost, at least in Hololive, they are idols. But like they're still streamers also. So I don't know. Catch me in the newest Hololive gen. I could never. I don't think I'll even have the energy to make an audition video. I'm too lazy. Cause I've seen other people's audition videos for like agencies, not just Hololive, and I'm just like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to. That's so much work. I get to talk about myself, and then there's like multiple phases of like interviews and stuff, and I'm just like, that's a lot of work. Too much work. But I mean, it is a job. It is a corporate job, so like it's to be expected. But still work. It's still a lot of work. I'm just like, whatever, man. Oh, whatever, Sam. Job application jump scare. I think that meme is like the dumbest thing ever. In both like it's so dumb it's funny, and also in like it's just dumb to me. I don't know why. And I say that as an unemployed person. I see so many memes of like application jump scare or whatever, and I'm just like, whatever, man. Gen Z memes are so weird. I'm sure everyone and their mother has said that before, but they're so weird. We're weird. My generation is just weird. And I don't understand why. We have such a weird sense of humor. And I think it's funnier the fact that we can't even explain it. I've seen so many times. I have experienced so many times where I think something is funny, and someone older is like, "Why is it so funny?" And I'm just like, "I don't even know, man." It's a cat spinning on a screen with stupid noises in the background. Don't ask me why it's funny. It just is. Like I don't know if it's like a specific genre of like meme videos or if it was just one random video I saw of just like someone staring. It's just not, I don't know if it was like an actual person or just like a drawing or some image of just someone staring at the screen and like some random Cocomelon sounding music in the background is playing, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever, and I don't even know why. I can't explain it, and I don't think I'm qualified to, frankly. Who's calling me? I've gotten like 5 spam calls in the span of one day. I say that like that's not my normal. Whatever. Not my problem. It was you pick up. I don't think you're calling from from Los Angeles. I don't think you were in Los Angeles, sir. Unless I'm mistaken. I get so many. Most of my spam calls are from LA. Cause that's where I'm from. But I'm not there anymore. We already moved. But I'm still getting calls. I'm still getting robocalls or whatever they're called. I don't think you want to be in LA that bad. TBH. Don't dox myself? I won't. It's not like I'm still there. I know how to not dox myself for the most part. But also like cuz that's where I'm from and that's where I've been for the longest time. So like any story any story that I have is probably about something wacky happening in LA. But to be fair, like LA and New York are just like the places where like stuff just happens for no reason and it's just weird. But they're great stories. Like why else is there constantly news about things happening in LA and New York, good or bad? There's always something happening there. Me being like, oh, drawing this fur or whatever is too hard. And then I'm back to drawing the fur. What is that called? Like faux fur? The fake fur or whatever? This looks fine. I don't know. I've drawn this before, like really well, and for some reason this is just not clicking. I think I drew it in like a weird shape. So I have to follow the flow of it, but there's no flow. Whatever. Trust the process. Oh, that's on the same layer. Oh, come on. I think it's funny when artists are like, oh, trust the process. It looks ugly now. It'll look fine later. I don't trust that. I really don't. I don't know. I feel like that's not a good mindset to have as an artist because I'm already a perfectionist. But sometimes the process is just not it. If you've ever seen, what is it called? Drawfee? Yeah, Drawfee. They have this like joke where, I think it started in one of their earlier episodes. If you know what Drawfee is, it's like they do like art challenges and stuff. There's like 4 of them, sometimes 5 if they have a guest, where they do art challenges. And they'll have like a time lapse of it. And sometimes in the middle of the time lapse, one of the artists will just delete everything and start again. Like literally delete everything and completely start from scratch again. And so they they have a joke where, because they know that people will draw while they're listening to the video. So they started doing this joke where if one of the artists in the video doing the challenge deletes their art, then they tell their viewers to also delete their art. Obviously, no one has to, but it's one of the dumbest jokes ever, and I love it. And I think sometimes it's okay to delete your art. A lot of like artists and stuff will be like, you should never delete your art, even if it sucks. Like always preserve drafts and like sketches and final pieces. Keep everything. And I'm just like, no. No. I don't think I need to do that actually. Cause like I think at the very least you should keep your final pieces. But like sometimes it's just not working out, and then you delete your art. And you start again. And then you make something better. Like what I'm doing here. I think this is a little better than what I was doing earlier. Not by a lot, but that's just me being picky. I don't know how to do these sleeves. Hold on. Let me pull up the reference. Cause for some reason, okay, so I don't know if anyone's seen Narissa's full body illustration. Like the concept. What is that called? The character sheet. From her artist. But it's like, what is going on here? Hold on. Do I remember how to use OBS? Image. Drop this. Oh, it's huge. Hold on. It's gonna block my entire screen. Hang on a second. Oh, how do I crop this? I don't know how to crop things in OBS. Hang on. These sleeves. I'm just gonna cover my entire screen. But like these stupid sleeves. If OBS will. Oh my god, why is my overlay and everything so huge? Like even in the side view, you can see that like the like there's no rendering. There's no rendering on in the side view and the back view or anything. But the sleeves are fully rendered and they're so detailed and I'm just like, why? Hold on, can I make this bigger? I don't know how to use OBS, my bad. There was a jump scare. But these stupid sleeves, and they're on almost all of the siblings. Well, no, they're on all of the siblings that are designed by Yamosaka. And it pisses me off. Cause I don't know what type of texture they're supposed to be. I think the sleeves are like, they're supposed to look shiny. Like almost like a leather, or even like a leather or latex, but then they're also really baggy. So it's like, it's weird. It looks weird to me. I think that's my one thing about her design that confuses me. It's the sleeves, not even like all the little accessories and whatever. It's pissing me off. I don't know how people do it. I feel like I don't know if I'm well known, if I can call myself well known on Hololive Twitter, but if I am, I feel like most people probably recognize my art for having like 5 billion different people in one scene, and I really shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake from the very beginning. I really should not have done that. Cause I think one of my first drawings to like really blow up has like what? There's like Gigi and Fauna and Cece, Bibu, like there's like a bunch of people in the drawing, and then I made another drawing that had like more people in it, and I'm just like, and then it spiraled from there, and now all I'm ever drawing is large groups of people. Very rarely am I doing pairs or solo. Like I'm going through my account. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people in one drawing. 1, 2, 3, another 5.5, I'll say, because there's like chibis in the next one. 4 in like an action scene. 4. God, why do I do this to myself? How many is this? 6? Christ. 6 people. And then my most recent one has like 9. It gets worse. It just continues to get worse and worse. Good God. This is 9, right? Oh my God, it is. I don't know what it is. I feel like I don't know how to pose someone when it's just them by themselves. I think that's my thing. Cause at least in a group, I feel like it's easier to figure out a composition because everyone can kind of just there can be a flow between all the subjects in the drawing that helps create a composition versus like a solo drawing or a solo person, I mean, where it's like I feel like you have to pose the limbs, the whole line of action, and they're like their back and like every little detail. You have to be more intentional about it because then otherwise it's just not going to be as engaging to look at. I think out of everything that I really think about while I'm like actively drawing is usually composition. So like when I was drawing this, when I was making the sketch, I think the first thing that I did was this like I guess technically it is a line of action, but not for like one individual character. But I started with this cone shape and then I just worked my way from there. And then I kind of messed up in the beginning because because Malva is in the middle and is taking up the most space technically out of all of them. I accidentally made her the focal point instead of Nerissa. And then also because she's the only one in white, or like her color palette is mostly white, so she just stands out more. So I kind of messed up my composition here, but that's okay. Everyone can be the focal point. It's whatever. Oh my God, I'm getting another scam call. Jesus Christ. Am I doxing myself by announcing that? I don't know. It's probably fine. So annoying though. Let me sit in peace. Cause I don't have anywhere on my desk to put my phone on. It's my phone is on my lap, but it's still like leaning on. I have like an extension under my table for my keyboard, and it's leaning on it. So every time my phone starts ringing, my mic can pick up the vibration, because my mic is just propped on my desk. I feel like I need a better place to put my mic because I'm not facing it. It is almost completely to the side of my face. So I've noticed in some streams, watching back some of my own streams, I sound a little muffled. Not all the time, if I put my mic in the right place, but like especially during drawing streams, since I need to see my screen, my mic is like almost completely off to the side, and it's not really helping. And then if I hit my table or something, even lightly, sometimes it'll still pick up that sound, and it bothers me. But I don't think I can do anything about that for as long as it's propped on my desk. So here we are. Ooh, voice crack. It's starting. The voice cracks are starting. It's only been an hour and a half. How sad. I need more water. I'm supposed to be using a humidifier, which I am not using at all. I'm a forgetful person. I can't help it. But like, cause I can't have my humidifier in my in this I guess it's an office. I guess that's the right word for it. I can't really use my humidifier in my office because it's also a music room. And there are guitars propped up on the walls. And if I use a humidifier, I'm pretty sure, or at least if I use it for as long as I am in this room, which is usually a very long time, it'll damage the guitars, and I don't want that ever. These are expensive. And, so usually the most I'll use my humidifier is when I'm sleeping. Like, I'll have it running overnight in my face. And usually that helps for the most part, but like midday, it only helps in the morning and midday. That's part of why I usually stream in the morning at like literally 10 in the morning my time, or 9 a.m. Pacific Standard. Like, it's very intentional because that's usually when my voice is at its best, because I had woken up like a couple hours ago, and like I'd woken up from like a night of mist in my face. So that's usually when my voice is at its best. But like, I forget to turn it on sometimes. And then of course I'm not always streaming in the morning, like today, because I woke up late. Well, no, I woke up at 6. I woke up at 6 in the morning, and then I knocked out again. And then I woke up I slept for like 2 hours, and then I woke up again, because I got hungry, 2, because Cypher banner, the Honkai Star Rail Cypher banner started at like 11 in the morning for no freaking reason. Because usually the Star Rail updates are at like 10 p.m. for me, or no, 11 p.m. for me. So usually I have to, if I'm gonna stream it, I have to wait until the next day, because there's no way I am streaming that late at night. But then the second half of patches, the banners are like, they're like in the morning. I don't know why. It bothers me. But I did get Cypher. I lost the 50-50, but I did get Cypher, because I had 130 pulls. No, I had 130 something and a little extra saved. So I lost the 50-50. And I was also at whatchamacallit? Like 65 pity, almost exactly, I think. When her banner started. So I watched it count down. I watched I don't know how to say it in English. Oh my god, Hyacine? I don't freaking know. I'm a JP player. But I watched her banner count down to 0, and I just waited. I literally just waited for Cypher's banner to come up. I did a single 10 full, because I was at pity. And I got Fushwan, which I'm not mad about. I was a little bit mad at first, but then I realized her Eidolon 1 is a 30% crit damage boost, which is crazy. I didn't know that, because I think she boosts, did she even boost crit rate, just like base E0? I don't remember. But I'm happy. And then I got our light cone at like, not guaranteed at like, what, 50 something pity? So, we're set. I'm getting fine on. I'm getting fine on. Maybe. If I don't lose. I don't know. My gacha luck is random. It's so random. I think my luck is so weird and a little bit cracked in reverse. And then like Genshin, oh my god, my luck in Genshin sucks. It sucks so much. And then Honkai Star Rail specifically is like, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Honkai Impact, don't even speak to me about it. I hate that gacha. If I ever do, I really want to. I said it before, but I really want to do a ranking every gacha game I've ever played, and I just want to bash on the gacha systems in like Honkai Impact and what was it? I think it was. I played Fate Grand Order. I think. Did I? I don't remember. Oh my god. I feel like I did. I played it a little bit. I played a little bit of Fate Grand Order, and I kind of hated the gacha system. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure that's like one of the older games before, like, pity systems started really picking up. So I think that's just me being petty, honestly. But there are so many games where I would just, like, I would rank those games lower solely because the gacha just hates me specifically. Yeah, Fate is like an old gacha. It's an old series to begin with. But then also like, what is it? Bandari has kind of bad kind of bad gacha system. I think it updated after. I think they changed it after I stopped playing to be a little kinder, but not like. I don't know if they have like hard pity stuff. But yeah, like in that ranking it'd be in terms of like free to play, because the only games I've spent like a decent amount of money on for specifically the gacha, not for like skins or anything, is Genshin, and Genshin is nicer. But I try not to spend money on the gacha in particular, just cause like it's gacha. Like, I think the only time I would ever spend money on the gacha at this point is if I know for a fact I'm like guaranteed. But even then, like, usually, at least modern games aren't too mean nowadays. Hard pity at 200 is absolutely diabolical though. That's crazy. I could never. There's another gacha game, World Flipper. Their servers have already closed, but that was like one of the nicest gachas I've ever played. I had so many characters in that. I'm so sad that the servers are closed because it's so fun. Bring back World Flipper. I have it on my phone. Like if you look it up on like on the Apple Store or Google Play, I'm pretty sure it's not there anymore. But I still have it on my phone, like offloaded forever, just to remain there collecting dust, and it makes me so sad because I love that game. It had Yuri in it. I was reading like I was trying to catch up on the old events in that game. The very first event was Yuri, and I'm just like, oh my god. I can't believe it's gone. And I don't think it's I don't think World Flipper is wow, why did I completely forget what I was talking about in the middle of my sentence? That's oh, that's so sad. The fact that's not even the first time that's happened before. I have the memory of a goldfish. Me forgetting what I'm talking about in mid-sentence is crazy. But yeah, Reverse is really nice. I think Reverse is like the only game I've ever played. No, wait, that's an exaggeration. I think Reverse and Project Sekai are the only games where I've gotten doubles in one, or like in a single temple, and also World Flipper. Because the gachas are just nice. Well, no, Project Sekai's gacha is similar to Bandari. It sucks. It just kind of sucks. I think they introduced a pity system pretty late into the game's life, but then the pity system is not even like, it's not even part of every banner. I think it's only for like limited banners, which is stupid. Because I guess because it's limited or whatever, but I still think it's stupid to have a pity system specifically for a specific type of banner. That's weird. I don't like that. Like I've seen people make guides on how to save in Project Sekai. The only way for you to really save is to just not pool. Like, I would only pool for 2 characters, and that's the only way I was ever able to get anything. And even then, I got, what banner was it? It was the New Year's banner with Mizuki. I got every single other featured character and dupes, except for Mizuki. I was so pissed. I was telling my friend, and he was like, I think you should give up. Because I got, there's like 5 featured characters per banner. And then usually like 1 or like 2 will be like special. I was so pissed. I was so pissed. I think from then is when, unironically, that's when I kind of stopped playing Project Sekai. Because I got so upset at it. Heavens Burn Red sounds very familiar, but I don't think I've seen it before. I feel like I might have seen an ad or like a teaser or something for it. Wait, I have seen this. Did I pre-register for this? I feel like I did. I've seen this. I didn't play it. But I'm pretty sure that I pre-registered for the global release. But then I forgot about it. I literally forgot about it. Oh, how sad of me. Yeah, I'm like looking at it right now. Oh my god. 2024. I distinctly remember pre-registering it. But I don't know why I didn't play it. Maybe I'll play it. Might as well. Love me some Yuri. I really want to play that Yuri visual novel, Love Curse. I know it's like, what, $10? I could get it, but I'm stingy. I'm saving for something. That's not true. I'm not saving for anything. I'm saving money to pay back for something I bought. So that'll take a while. But I'll get to it eventually. Toxic Yuri. I'm trying to focus on this. I'm trying to figure out how to render this. How did I do this last time? Good god, hold on. Let me hide my screen so I don't dox myself. Don't dox my files. 'Cause I've literally drawn like Nerissa's the fur thing on her sleeves. I've drawn them so well before. What happened? Like, holy crap. Hold on. Look at this. How did I do this? Whoops. How did I do this so well? The rendering on this like fur thing. It looks so good. What was I on? What was I on? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I mean, I wasn't using... I feel like those drawings took so much longer than the drawings I do now. Because I was like manually... Right now I'm just using multiply to do the shading. And then I use a add layer for highlights. So that it's less work. But before, I was like manually doing like every color, every gradient, every slight gradient, and it took forever. But I think it looks a little nicer sometimes, doing everything manually. But like it takes too long. Because I try not to spend too long on my drawings. Because at a certain point you just have to be like, okay, this is I've been staring at this for too long. It just needs to be done. I think that was a habit I picked up in school when I was taking graphic design. I mean, partially just because like I have deadlines and stuff for assignments and whatever, but just like just deciding when the best place to stop. I feel like that's a skill. That's a skill that has to be learned. It's not like a natural talent that you just know when you're done. Or not just when you're done, but when you should be done. But I've seen people take like months on a drawing. Not even like a painting or something. Like an oil painting where like it makes sense for it to take months because it has to dry. But like on a digital drawing that takes months solely because they just couldn't decide whether or not they were done. And I don't have that kind of time. Because I only work on one drawing at a time. So for me to be taking months on one drawing is... I could never. That would just eat away at my sanity. Very slowly. But gradually. I mean, okay, that doesn't look bad. Better than Aradia's coat. Oh, I didn't color in this thing. Oh my god. Why did I not color in this? That's the wrong button. There we go. Oopsies. I don't know why that was blank. That's like the most horrifying thing to me. Like posting a drawing and then realizing that like there's an entire part of the drawing that's just not finished for whatever reason. Just like completely missed it. I'm so paranoid about things like that. I don't even know why. I don't need to be. No one's gonna notice it. Unless I point it out. I feel like I should apologize. I didn't say it before. I feel like I should apologize. Because I've heard I don't really get motion sickness from things on my screen. But I have heard that people get motion sick from flipping canvases and zooming in and out a lot. I do that a lot. I apologize if I've made anyone dizzy. But like, cause I try not to like tunnel vision too much. But but sometimes I feel like it's just necessary to do that, to get those like smaller details. But then because I am zoomed in so often, I'm like always like zooming back out and then going back in and continuing on. I don't think it's like super common for people to get motion sick from moving around or zooming in and out like that. But I know there are some people who do. So sorry. Sorry for not giving any heads up. But I can't help it. What was that video I saw? Some trend video that was talking about like how artists would be like, they'll be like super zoomed in on this little thing, and like all the little details of like the shine of some random accessory, and I'm just like, how do you have the energy to be doing that? Genuinely. My phone is being called nonstop. What the crap? It's pissing me off. Like, come on. Okay. It's fine. You continue. How long has it been? It hasn't even been 2 hours. Well, I'm making okay progress in an hour and a half-ish. A little over an hour and a half. I feel like whenever I stream my drawings, it goes by so much slower. I don't know if it's just because I'm talking that it feels like time is not moving as fast as it usually does. Because usually when I'm drawing just on my own, like 3 hours will go by so quickly, and I'm just like, whoa, did I like black out or something? Because it really felt like 30 minutes sometimes. And then when I'm like playing games on stream, especially, they go by so quickly that I don't even realize it's already been like 3.5 hours. But then when I'm streaming drawing, it's so slow. It feels so slow. It's the fun on stream we have on stream that makes time fly fast. Truly, it is. I have a lot of fun streaming. More fun than I thought I would, honestly. But I don't think I was a natural born yapper. I'm not usually one to do a lot of talking, like in person or online. I just thought it would be fun to stream like one game or like a handful of games just for funsies. But then here we are, streaming semi often, once a week at the very least. I'm having fun with it. I think streaming helps motivate me a little bit with the drawings. To some extent. To some degree. But I'm still weird flip-floppy when it comes to drawing on stream. Or no, not drawing on stream, when it comes to my motivation with drawing. Because sometimes it's just not there. It's just got completely gone. Without a sight. I don't think that's how you use that phrase. Whatever. My brain is not functioning today. I'm trying to figure out how to shade all this stuff. I feel like shading is really weird for me. Because it's like, I just don't know when is like the best time, or like when I don't need to when I can stop. I think out out of every step in my drawing process, shading, and I mean shading like shadows specifically, because highlights, I'm pretty like sparse with it. I'm not doing like highlights literally everywhere, but when it comes to doing shadows, I'm like, oh, do I need to put more here? Should I put like the slightest little shadow on here? Do I need to? Is it gonna look weird if I don't put a shadow there? But then it's just like, again, like at some point I just gotta stop. Like even like these little like strands of hair that are sticking out, or like a fold, a single fold in the clothing, I'm always like, oh, I should shade this, but then I draw it and then I'm like, oh, that's too much. But then it looks empty if I remove it. Drawing is just being in a constant state of crisis. Sometimes it's enjoyable, sometimes it's not, to be completely honest. I don't know why my coloring is so messy. I don't know how well you can see it on stream. But they're just like random, like the smallest little dots of uncolored parts of just like the flat color. Cause I brought it to my iPad to color it completely, so that I got the colors, they look right on a regular screen. But I don't know how the color fill works on Procreate. Cause I mean it's literally a fill, but it is a variant, I guess, of the fill bucket. But like it doesn't, like if you were like fill like a thing like that, and then there would be like a line of sorts where this empty space was, or outlining where the empty space used to be. And I know there's a way to fix it or to stop it in Procreate, but I don't know how. And I don't feel like looking into it. Clearly, I use Clip Studio Paint more often than I use any other program. Mainly because I like the brushes. I think the community brushes, the brushes that like users have made, they're really high quality for like either cheap or completely for free, which is crazy. And I'm not here to discredit Procreate brushes, but I think it's also just like the iPad just feels different from like a drawing tablet. Not even just like the one that I have right now, because I have a fancy one. But even like my older drawing tablets and like the ones that don't have a screen, all of it just feels different from an iPad. What the hell is that? I don't know what it is. I think just like an iPad just doesn't. It feels like a tablet, and I don't think I like that. Cause like the drawing tablets, I don't know. I mean, I guess Huion is professional level, but like professional grade tablets, drawing tablets, they feel so smooth drawing on them. I feel like I'm not gonna say they feel like drawing on paper. I don't think that's entirely accurate, but like it's kind of close. It's a little close, I can't lie. And iPad, it just doesn't have that feeling. I know there are like screen protect. I think part of it is a screen protector, because I know there's some that are advertised to have like, oh, paper like feel. I think mine is like that. That's how it was advertised. I don't think it's that accurate. to be honest. Not a big fan. But I also just don't like how, like the texture of brushes in Procreate. I feel like, I don't know if texture is the right word. It's like something about the texture and blending of at least the brushes that I use in Clip Studio Paint that I feel like just cannot be achieved in most other programs, or at least not to the same degree. Because I've tried the more like paint-like brushes, painterly brushes in Procreate. I hated them. They sucked. They sucked so bad. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm so picky. I'm a picky person. And everything I do. That's just how I'm built. I'm such a perfectionist. Why did I not line this part? I feel like I should have lined this part. Maybe I didn't because it was like, it would look too busy. But then like it looks stupid because the rest of it is lined. It's fine. I'm gonna color the line art anyways. Coloring the line art, or having the line art be colored, is when I feel like you do just really have to trust the process. Cause you can't really, I feel like you can't really color the line art until you're done with everything else. Cause you're not gonna be able to really know what the final render will look like. But when you color line art, it has to fit with the final render, which of course will never look like, or will probably won't look like the sketch. So it's like one of the last things you have to do. But I feel like with a lot of pieces, it's sometimes it's like the make or break of an art piece, which is crazy sometimes. Because I've seen people do speed paints where coloring the line art is like the last thing they do, and like just coloring the line art transforms the entire thing in a way that I do not understand at all. Like, that's witchcraft. That's wizardry to me. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But like sometimes it is like that sometimes with my drawings too. Where like coloring the line art just makes it a completely different drawing altogether. I don't know how it works. I don't know how that happens. Okay. Holy crap. If I get one more call, I'm actually gonna lose it. What is happening? Have I doxed myself by just saying that I'm getting certain types of calls on stream? I don't think I have. I don't think that's possible. Maybe. I don't know. Something's happening. Cause it is just normal for me to get those kinds of calls. Cause I just never bothered to do anything about it. I think I should. Maybe I should. But I'm lazy. They're not bothering me. It's not like I'm gonna answer. I do block the number. It's a different color every single time. Or it's a different number every single time. It's weird. That's just my life. That's just my life ever since I started school. And I gave them my phone number. Someone got in. Wow, I did that so fast. We're locked in. I don't even have like music playing. Usually I have music playing while I draw. Or either music or like a video essay of some sort. Or just like some kind of long video where someone is talking. But I am just sitting here in silence, listening to the sound of my own voice. That makes me sound like a narcissist. I don't think my voice is that soothing. At least not to me. I feel like there's more I can do with this long hair. But I don't want it to be too busy. That's one of my other like art pet peeves. When there's like too many things happening at once. And it's in like an uncontrolled manner. Because there are some people, I think it's like an art style where like, I don't know what it's called. I feel like it has something pop or something like that, where there's like a lot of things happening. Like what is that one artist named? Mika Picasso. I hope I said that right. But that artist, like there's so many things happening in the drawing, but like it looks good. Like it's united. I think is the best way to describe it. There are so many things happening at once, but they all come together nicely to make something cohesive. But I feel like not everyone knows how to do that, including myself. I don't know how to draw like that. So I try not to go too crazy on like rendering. But sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. It just happens. Okay, I don't like that. We'll come back to it later. Let's focus on the hair. At the very least, I'd like to finish rendering all the hair today before I go. I'm gonna go on a walk after this. I'm not a very fit person. I have a standing desk, but I don't like using it that often, cause like my room is carpeted, but then my parents put this like plastic mat. I don't know if you can hear me stomping on it, but there's like a plastic mat under my desk and under where my chair is, so it's just uncomfortable to stand for too long. It hurts the heel of my foot. But then if I want to remove it, we have to like move the whole desk, and I don't have time for all that. I'm a lazy person. It takes an effort from me to want to do something, even if it's like beneficial for me. That's just how I am sometimes. I could not be bothered. That looks fine. We're getting there. It's not looking too bad. I'm afraid to render the clothes though. The rest of the clothes. I think I did okay with Narissa, especially her stupid sleeves. But then like everyone else, I don't know. And VTuber character designs are always just terrifying to me. I could never. I didn't even really like draw the horns properly. I mean, you can kind of see like the general outlines that are supposed to be there if you like squint. But I didn't put effort into it because I feel like I'm not as detail oriented as other artists. I think it's pretty common for artists to be like super detail focused, because that's just part of what art is. It's details, like little details, but I feel like I'm not that kind of artist sometimes, or most of the time. Like I said, like that one video talking about how artists will like nitpick the smallest little like accessory or whatever. Like I don't do all that. I don't got time for that. I try to give myself a deadline to a degree for drawings, just so that I don't spend too long on them. And even then, sometimes I just don't follow that. That's my fault. I'm not good at deadlines in general, I feel. Most people aren't that good with deadlines. That's just how it goes. And especially like self-imposed deadlines are just like they're not it. It's so, if it's a self-imposed deadline, it's so easy to just be like, oh, I can change it. I can extend a deadline. I'm my own boss, which is, it's such a terrible way of thinking. You're never gonna get anything done, but it's so easy to fall into that habit. But I do try to have my own deadlines, since I only do one thing at a time. That's all the brain power I have. I can't do too many things at once. I'm just gonna shut down completely. The nib of my pen is completely slanted. It is not supposed to be like that. Holy crap! It's like sharp. Oh, I've been abusing this pen for too long. Should I change the nib? But I just changed it. Oh my god. Hold on. Let me... Like, I literally just changed the nib, like a couple weeks ago. It's not been that long. Why is it already dented or dull? Jesus Christ. Hold on. Let me take this out. Compare it to a newer nib to see how much I've scratched away at it. I think I have like a heavy hand. I press hard. I don't even need to, because I'm a digital artist. I literally don't need to be pressing this hard on my screen. But like, I think it's a habit from when I was a traditional artist. And especially when I was a student. Hold on, I'm trying to see the difference between my current nib and a new one. My god, it's like it's completely slanted. Okay, maybe I'll change my nib. Maybe that might be smart. 1 second. Yeah, but I have a really heavy hand, which is not a good thing. I think that's the main reason why I developed carpal tunnel at like a scarily young age. Like, you should not be, what, 17 years old? 17 or 8. I think I was 17. Oh my god. When I got carpal tunnel, which is far too young. But I have no control. I just press hard when I'm drawing and writing. But I think part of it was because for some reason in school they made us write stuff by hand a lot, which is stupid. We didn't need to. It was like stuff that we did not need to be writing by hand. I think that's part of why I suffered so much. But my wrist is not as bad as it used to be in high school. I made it a little better. Let's see how much left I can knock out in 30 minutes before I go. So I can rest my voice. In case the Wuthering Waves update is in fact tomorrow. Or if I do my Wuthering Waves stream tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's in maintenance or something. Because I know the banner already ended like hours ago. I don't think I'm gonna pull. Well, I mean, I don't have money. Or I don't have any, what is that, those called? Asteroids? I'm poor. I'm very poor in Wuthering Waves because I pulled for Brant and his weapon because I need a Chun-Li support and I got him. And then I kept pulling for Carlota. I didn't get her. But building pity or whatever. So, I'm poor. I don't think I would be pulling. I mean, I think there's like a free 10 pool or something. There's freebies at the very least for the new update. But I'm nowhere near pity. So unless I get that lovely streamer luck, I doubt I'll get anything. But I don't have supports for, what's her name? Is it Karthithia? Is that how you say it? I don't know. I think I played that specific quest in JP. So I don't know how it's pronounced in English. I don't know how to render his beard. How do I do this? Hold on. References. I should be using references. What is it? Yeah, the rendering on this is pretty simple. We'll figure it out. I don't know if I like having all of this be highlights instead of something more subtle. Maybe you can go with something like that. I don't know if I like that. Let's just we'll come back to it. Let's do the rest of the hair that's easier first. Always do the easiest parts first. Figure out the rest for later. That's my life motto. That's how I've gotten through life and school. I've seen people make what's the word? Give advice for managing bigger projects or a list of tasks to do the hardest ones first and just get them out of the way. But I don't know. I feel like that doesn't work for me. I understand the idea behind it. There's it's almost like a reward factor to it. It's more rewarding to be oh my god, I did my hardest task first and I did it so early. Now I can just knock down the rest of these. It makes sense. I understand it. But for some reason, for me in particular, that does not work. I have to leave it for the last thing I do. Cause I think for me, just a more gradual progression of yeah, just a gradual progression works better for me. Cause doing the hardest task first just makes me tired. It tires me out, and then I don't want to do the rest of my tasks. But I feel if I do it last, it's more like a goal for me to to seek. Like, it's like, oh, I get these easier ones done first, and then once I see, or once I can see that I'm starting to get to my last harder goals, that's how I know I'm almost done with everything. And that's how I get to be a little bit more productive. But then again, sometimes it doesn't always work either way. I think my motivation for things is just like not. It's just so inconsistent, and it's a little bit annoying. Because even for things I like doing, I feel like I get burnt out faster than I really should be. I don't like how thick of a highlight this is. I don't want to make this too busy. Choices. Maybe... I'm trying to think. I guess I can just... It's better if I have it central highlights like the rest of them. I'm just usually like... I'm not used to using just this one brush. I'm trying something new. Because usually I use, what is it? This one? Why is it not showing? I usually use this dry salmon brush, but I feel like, I don't know, this like border, this border texture that it has going on, it's kind of, like, it's like lighter, and it's kind of making my drawings a little too busy for my liking. So I wanted to try just using, this is the crayon brush, because I really like the texture of it, but it doesn't have that border. Or it's a similar texture to the dry salmon almost, just without that border. It's a little softer on the edges. But, like, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to being out of my comfort zone when it comes to drawing. And I don't think that's a good thing, honestly. Because I am the kind of artist who's, like, whose art style is a little bit inconsistent and usually changing in some way. But it's not as drastic as other people's. There are still always some parts of my art that are consistent, so doing something new like this is a little weird. It feels a little weird for me, but you live and you learn. I know people will do that, like, band, that weird, I don't like it. That, like, anime, like, it's like a band of highlight, and then like surrounding bands of, like, shadow, and then you just kind of, like, render from there, like that or whatever. But I never liked it. I don't know what it is about it. I feel like it's distracting. But then what I do is kind of it's like a light version of that. So I feel like I shouldn't be complaining about it. Even then, sometimes I feel like I overdo it. Like, I think it looks fine here with Malfa's hair, but then trying to get it on Paparisa, it's not working for me. But I feel like there's so much empty space. Art is so hard. Art has no reason to be so difficult, but sometimes it just is. And I don't think I'm a fan of that. Of the constant being, the perpetually being in a state of crisis while drawing. I'm not a fan. Alas, I am I am in fact an artist, so what can I do? Other than be a little bit less of a perfectionist. But I'm kind of knocking this down pretty fast. Faster than I thought I would. I was dragging my feet yesterday trying to render this. I think I just got burnt out, really. And I was also in a Minecraft mood yesterday, so that didn't help. The springs of my I don't know if it's audible on stream. The springs of my standing desk keep randomly like snapping and making like a resonating metal sound, and it keeps scaring me. Cuz it's completely out of nowhere. I don't know what's happening. Something's happening. Oh, something else I want to play on stream is Mario Kart World. I said it last stream, but I do have a Switch too, and I think I feel like I could have waited, to be honest, before I bought it, because there's not a lot of options in terms of games except for Mario Kart and that little intro game thing, whatever. Which is like $10, which is stupid. I think it should just come with the console, like that Astrobot thing for the PlayStation, or at least the PlayStation 5. But it's $10, which is stupid. It's stupid. So I didn't buy that. But I have Mario Kart World, and I'm gonna be honest, I had low expectations for it because I usually don't play Mario Kart. Like, Mario Kart is, to me, a party game to be played with other people. And I don't have the other people aspect of it. So I usually don't play it. Like, I have the original Mario Kart 8. I don't think not Deluxe. I just have, like, the regular, whatever it's called. But I barely played it, single player. Because, what else am I gonna do? But I've been playing a little bit of World. It's surprisingly fun, even just by yourself. Even just doing solo races or free roam, just hanging out by yourself. I think it's a lot of fun. So I do want to stream that. But the main game I want to play on the Switch 2 is that new Pokemon game. Is it Z to A or A to Z? I think it's Z to A. Legends, the new Legends Z to A or whatever. I am a Pokemon Legends glazer. I don't understand why everyone hated that game. I thought it was so fun. I thought the story was awesome, but nobody liked it for some reason. Well, that's not true, but a lot of people didn't like it, and I don't know why. But I love that game, so I'm really excited for the new one. But that comes out in October. I gotta wait so long to play it, which is unfortunate. But alas, I'd rather a game take forever to be made and for it to be higher quality than for it to be rushed. Ahem. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which I have 300 hours in. I checked. I didn't even realize when I was transferring my data from my old Switch to the new one, 300 hours in in Violet, Pokemon Violet. I only have like 100 hours in like Breath of the Wild, which is I think my second most played game, which is crazy. It's crazy. And I played a lot. I played a lot of Breath of the Wild because I was just like going around collecting stuff. I was almost gonna do a 100% run, but then I got lazy. Cause that's a lot of work. I think I was trying to get all the weapons, or not all the weapons and the outfits, like the special weapons, and then I gave up. because there's more than I thought. But like 300 hours. 300 hours of just running in circles, shiny hunting. I mean, I guess that's just how long it takes a shiny hunt. I think the longest I've spent on a single Pokemon was like 2 or 3 hours. Oh my god. That's awful. Wait. Oh, my terrible, terrible luck. I mean, that's just how shiny hunting is. At least it's easier in the more recent games to shiny hunt. I don't know how people are like out here soft resetting for like legendaries and stuff. I could never. I'm so impatient. I'd be so sick of seeing the what is that called? The loading screen, or like the new start screen. Not that, why did I say new? Just like the start screen whenever you have to restart the game. I could never. I don't have the patience for that. Yeah, I don't re-roll in gacha games. I don't have time for that. It's just, I'm just impatient. It just takes too long. I don't understand. I think the only time I've ever re-rolled, I don't even know what game it was. I think I was just trying like a random new gacha game that came out. Or no, not a new one. Like an older gacha game that I just tried out. That has like, you know how like some gacha games will have, what is that called? They'll have like you get like a random 6-star or like whatever the highest rarity character is. But then like you can only reset that singular like 10 or 20 pool once, and then whoever you get is what you get. So I looked up, I don't remember what game it was, but I looked up like what the best character to get for that first free 20 pool, and then I had to re-roll, and I was like, this is taking freaking forever. But I think, don't you have to like, at least with like newer games, or most games, like you have to like make a whole new account, don't you? Like that's takes forever. Freaking forever. The most I'll have is like a singular alt account if the gacha is really that unforgiving. But even then, like I'm not that active on multiple accounts. I'm just, if I don't get a character, then I suck it up. Suck it up and wait for a rerun. What else am I gonna do? Cause like I have my alt Wua account that was solely for the purpose of pulling Cantarella, which is kind of embarrassing. But I do have her, so it's not a complete loss. But like I don't use that account because I don't even have a good team for her. I was trying to pull Camellia for her. I tried. Emphasis on tried. But I didn't get anything. Okay, I think I will wrap up here. I want tea. I want a nice cup of tea. Some Earl Grey, maybe. Or I have like a berry, like a mixed berry tea. That's pretty good, but I haven't drinking it in a while. Because it is caffeinated. So I'm not like super affected by caffeine, but it's still, like sometimes if I drink it too late, I won't sleep. So I try to avoid caffeine at night, but it's only, what time is it? Holy crap. It's like midday-ish, so maybe I'll have some of that berry tea after I finish rendering these horns. At least the horns aren't like crazy to render. Although they do have a little bit of that that texture to it, that like wrapping, that kind of texture. Ooh, wait, that kind of looks cool. I have to experiment with it. It doesn't look bad. I also got to do the inside of the horns since they're glowing. Yeah. I think I'm good for the day. That's not the most progress I've made in 2.5 hours, but it's not bad. Not bad for someone who's a little bit burnt out. Eesh. Let me finish my water bottle. It's almost empty. I think I'm good for today. There's no reason for me to really push it. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, well, that will be all for me today. Tomorrow, question mark, will be probably Wuthering Waves. I don't freaking know. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening to me yap and suffer a little bit. Thanks to all my VOD watchers. Yeah, Wuthering Waves tomorrow, probably. And Final Fantasy soon at some point. I don't know when I'll finish this drawing, but when I do, it will be posted on Twitter and the Blue Sky. That's what it's called. Yeah. Thanks for dropping by, everybody. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.